folks, here we are again, and as promised, what I want to do is continue with those mixing bowls that you saw me kneading up the clay for. So, why don't we do that? Before I do that, let's see, I've been buying a few things. I just thought I'd show you. I bought some of these. These are interlocking floor mats, 1/2 inch thick, 4 of them, $15. Okay, I bought 3 packs of them because they're going to go on the floor so that the concrete of the floor here, the coldness is not going to come up into my feet. It'll also give me a nice soft working environment. So that's that. What else? Yeah, I've got a gallon here of white paint, which I'm going to be painting the walls all around me here, because at the moment they're like hardboard and brown and they're absorbing all of the light. So it's one of the next things I'm going to be doing. And after I've done that, it's then the old shelf brackets. These guys with my electric screwdriver and a level, and then I'm going to be placing the racking shelving on the walls around me here. Okay, just thought I'd show you that. So, let's see, I'm sitting on my drummer's stool. So let's go, let's turn this thing on. So, it's now, what time is it? It's 5:30, 1st of November. Beautiful day, hasn't been a cloud in the sky all day. Beautiful and sunny, crisp. Not really that cold, been quite mild, quite pleasant. Now, I've got some lumps here, a few lumps that I made up. So, that's them. Now I need a wear board, of course, don't I? So, I just went along as I told you I was going to, and I got this cut up for me down at one of those well-known hardware stores they have here in the US. Those big hardware DIY stores, and they'll cut them for you. They're 8 inches. They're 8 inches, and in fact they are 4 feet long. 5 feet would have been fine as well, but well, the sheet was 4 feet by 4 feet, so 4 feet they were. And they're reasonable quality. This is oak ply. Oak ply, so it's reasonably sort of good finish. You know, you don't want anything too rough on the bottom. At least I don't think so. What next? Some warm water. You get that idea. Here we have some water that I've been warming on my wood burning stove. I'll just put that in there just a bit. We don't want it too hot. Just to take the cold edge off of it. Now, mixing bowl. Now these lumps of clay are 2 pounds. In other words, twice the weight of a GP bowl, which is 1 pound. Now I want to set a gauge, so I'm going to need a lump of clay for that, which I've got over here. So, just grabbing a little lump of clay. gauge. Right. Mirror. Mirror is here. Needs a wipe. It's dirty. Yeah. Alright. Okay, let's go. Maybe we'll perhaps bring the camera in a little bit onto what I'm doing, a little bit more detail. There, like that. How's that? I think you can see there. Okay. So this is a very useful shape, and it's made in the same way as making the GP bowl. Now, being a bowl, we want it to have a nice round bottom. So I'm not making a cylinder, just bring it pretty much straight up and out, you know. Now they should become 7.5 inches in diameter when they're done. So, being a bowl, what I want to do is, in order to get my 7.5 inches, I want to take it up quite nice and high. And as you can see right now, I'm rolling the rim. And then I'm going to bring it down to the right width of 7.5 inches. Just have a look on my ruler here to see what we've got. And we're actually not very far off 7.5 inches at the moment. Making me think that I can make it maybe a little bit bigger, but just giving it a bit of form now to the shape, because before it was rather like a V shape. Okay. Let's just have a look at that. Yeah. That's looking pretty good. So, right at this junction now is a good time to set up the gauge. So, get your gauge clay and clamp it onto the side of your workbox, your splash cap pan, and with your chopstick or piece of wood, just going to set that up. Now it's going to give me the radius or the diameter of the bowl, as well as the up and down, the height. Okay, just sponging them out. You need to sponge out your work that you're doing periodically to see the shape that what you've got. That's actually important. I do it anyway. If you've got a bit of a puddle of water there, underneath the puddle of water could be hiding some furrows or something that isn't desirable. So smooth it and then sponge it out like that, so you can get that nice fully flowing curve, which these bowls is one of the characteristics of them. Okay, so being satisfied, looking in the mirror over there, checking the profile with the outside shape of the bowl. I'm now going to put in my stick underneath here to pare away the clay right down to the root of the pot, or the place where the pot springs from off the wheel head. I call it the root. Okay, now I use a chopstick. It's hard, it's unforgiving. If I ram the pot into the chopstick, it will make the rim all gouged up, horrible. So I encourage you to I don't know, I was thinking about this the other day. Well, if you have a gauge that is just going to sort of, you know, say to the edge of the pot when it crashes into it, oh, how careless of you. Well, never mind, I'll forgive you this time. Go away, you know, try better. Try better next time, sort of thing. No, really, I thought psychologically you need something that if you touch that gauge with the side of the pot here, that it like gives it hell, you know. So you then develop a certain respect for the gauge, and you don't mess with the gauge, you know. Keep your distance from it, but use it as a visual. What am I talking about? I don't know. Okay, so you've done one, you're happy with it. The height is good, the width is good, the shape is good, the inside is good, the base is good on the outside here. Just one little point, when you put your stick in here at the base of the pot and you push in to pare away the clay right down to the bottom, to get a nice clean line all the way down to the bottom, alright? When you do that, it can throw up a slight ridge on the inside of the pot. So in conjunction with using the stick on the outside, I counter that with my fingers on the inside, and they work together in conjunction to get that nice cleaned form right the way down to the root. Okay, so right now what I want to do before I lift the pot off the wheel, I want to give it a lip. Alright, so hope you can see this. Wet your fingers, okay, and you're going to use your thumb and index finger and put them like that on either side. What we're going to do is we're going to put this finger on the inside and we're going to work the clay gradually. In other words, the platelets of clay are going to extend themselves, like see my hands opening, and they're going to do this. Alright? The idea is not just to do this and just pull it out and deform it. That's not the idea. You've actually got to stretch the clay, extend the clay outwards. So this is what I'm going to do. And you do it gradually, you work it, you see, by this rubbing motion left and right like this. The platelets of clay are opening out, and pouring lip is then stretched out of the roundness of that form. It's then stretched out, formed. Okay. So have a look at it. Are you happy with it? Maybe it needs a little bit more. So. And in the process of doing all this, you can lose the roundness of this part here, which I don't like to, so just give it a little tweak. A little tweak. Okay. Alright, and if you're happy with it, you're gonna cut. Whoops. Haha. Toggle came off the end of my cut-off wire. So I've got no toggles now, so I'm going to just have to wind it around my fingers and cut it off like that. Now, towel to wipe your hands so you don't muck your apron. I had a towel somewhere. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, let's just pull back the camera now a little bit just a touch. Okay. Right, I've wiped my hands. So I'm now going to, you can use this method of getting right down to the base and just lift it on one side first. Okay, let the air get in underneath it and then you move it. Put him on the board. Alright, that's that. Now, I do have one that I did the other day, which is now, it's drier. Here it is. What I'm going to do is just clean that off, because what I'm going to do is just eyeball him. In fact, with this one, I'm going to just put him face down like that. Just tap center him, push him down like that. Finger in the middle, and I'm just going to skim off here a little bit. I'm not really, I wouldn't describe it as really trimming it so much as just a little skim. Putting a 45-degree bevel on the corner there. Always break your corners with a bevel. And while he's face down, putting my stamp on the bottom. And there he is. That's one mixing bowl, which is very nice. You can lay a ladle or something in there like that. You can break a couple of eggs in there with a fork, mix them up in the frying pan. Are you hungry yet? Okay. So, there we have it. Making a little mixing bowl for the kitchen. Mixing bowl, utilitarian bowl for salsa, for sauce. So there they are, the two. Alright, the one I've just made and the one that was made before, which is now finished off. Okay, this is Simon Leach saying, keep practicing. That's the secret. Keep practicing. And we'll see you soon. Haha. Bye now. La la. La 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 la. Dee da. Dee dee dee. Dee dee dee. Bye now.